Everyone, welcome to the 6th episode of Speed Seasons 3. My name is Amber Cyprin. I am your host for this, and I'm joined by Alpha 5, who has organized this entire event, and our special guest commentator for the CTR race that we'll have coming up, Hypno Shark. But first, we do have a few announcements. First and foremost, SGDQ 2021 online prize submissions are currently open. If you want to submit a prize for the event, definitely take a look at gamesdonequick.com to find out more information on that. Frame Fatales, the all-woman speedrunning event, will be returning on August 15th to the 21st with Flame Fatales. Game submissions will be open from now until May 25th, so that's in just a couple of days. So if you are a woman speedrunner or you know someone who is and they might be interested in submitting, they have a couple of days to do that. Go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for more information on that upcoming event. And of course, if you are watching on YouTube, hi, we'd love to have you support our live content if you are interested. Please consider checking us out over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/GDQ. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, you have Prime Gaming, and that means that you can subscribe to any Twitch channel of your choice for every month for free. Please consider using your Prime Gaming account to subscribe to the GDQ Twitch channel. We definitely appreciate your support. So, I'm joined with Alpha here. You've put a lot of time into organizing this competition. For the folks at home who might be watching us for the first time, can you explain what exactly Speed Seasons is all about, who might want to get into participating or anything like that?
Yeah, so Speed Seasons is a get-yourself speedrunning event that I am putting on. Basically, I announce the game, then we give you a tutorial. Hypno Shark did a great one last week. It's on YouTube. Go check it out. And then you get 2 weeks to learn a game, and at the end of that, you do a race against everybody else who's been learning that game, or, you know, some people from the community who might show up to farm, or just, you know, some people who have never played the game before but just want an excuse to play a video game. Joining a race is a pretty good excuse. And you race, you earn points, which can qualify you for a top 8 bracket. Then at the end of that, we have a big playoff where people are going to be picking and banning and doing all sorts of fun things with the games they've learned over the whole event. And it's a great time. It's a real good excuse to play video games, especially ones that you haven't really learned. And again, it's at worst a 2-week commitment. If you see a game that you're interested in playing, or maybe you wanted to get into speedrun, but you couldn't figure out what game to do. And I know I always had that problem, is I could never really figure out a game I wanted to grind, but I could burn a week or two just, you know, trying to learn something and see if I like it. It's a good way to, you know, just, well, I tried it, and then you have an out. It's over. You know, you never need to commit super hard, and that's what everybody is doing here, and it's great. All of the games I've picked so far, there's a lot of beginner-friendly strategies and advanced strategies, and everybody's sort of picking and choosing what they're trying to do to get a consistent race time, and it's a lot of fun. I very much recommend checking all of the more detailed information at speedseasons.com, where I also have a link to a forum where if you like the event and you want to help me put on more, there's a forum that you can suggest games, you know, ones that someone with 2 weeks could get, you know, somewhere between, let's say 30 and 40-minute time. You know, if they go down to 20, that's great. 10 is probably too short. 50 is probably too long. But you can submit those games, and it helps me with a lot of vetting and checking things. It helps me cover bases I haven't already had just checked, or something I may have overlooked. It's very helpful. That forum is all there. Just check it out on speedseasons.com.
Yeah, for sure. There's I posted the link in the channel there. And to talk about the tutorials as well, like, we've been working with Railcoon, who's not only our wonderful tech for this show, but also the host of Community Spotlight on Monday evenings. Railcoon's been collaborating with us by allowing us to do tutorials on the Community Spotlight. There's been some fantastic ones that have been used even after the fact for the competition. And our guest commentator here, Hypno Shark, was one of the people giving one of those tutorials. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. This should be a lot of fun, shouldn't it, really? I mean, the tutorial was, as you said, like, what, 2 weeks ago now? And the run before that I did the day before. So there's been a lot of time to prep, but obviously a lot of life stuff has been happening. We were talking about it earlier, actually, before we went live, about Mother's Day and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see how good people are, how much time they've put in, but Yeah, I'm doing good to answer your question. Yeah, doing well.
Awesome. Like I did miss your tutorial, but I did see your demonstration run last episode that Sunday. And that run was absurd.
Yeah.
That was actually a really good
It
showcase.
had no business being that good. I don't know. I don't know what I had for breakfast that morning, but it was something good. Like, yeah, it was insane. Had no business being that good. But yeah.
So being our resident expert, what can you like for the folks at home, like what can they expect with this game? This is the PlayStation 1 version of the game. This is not the nitro fueled version.
Yeah.
So like if you want to just talk about some differences or like just kind of like give a quick what to expect for folks at home.
How long do I got? Like
Enough time.
Enough time.
But there are a lot of differences between this game and Nitro Fuel. Just to scratch the surface, I guess. A lot of mechanical differences. The reserves, what I talked about in the tutorial, works slightly different. The tutorial, by the way, if you missed it, is on the YouTube. Yeah, so many differences. The fact that Nitro Fueled has online is another thing. You know, there's just so many differences to get into. But what you can expect from this game is fundamental driving, sound like driving, like things that you would see in any racing game, such as cornering, stuff like that. But also a profound use, I suppose, of shortcuts and skips, both intended and unintended. And some of them, actually, you'll probably be seeing some of these new runners do today, simply because some of them are actually very easy to get used to. Some of them are absolutely not, but some of them, yeah, hopefully some of them you'll be seeing today. So, yeah.
So I'm just looking at all of because I have to watch everything at once. It seems a lot of the newer runners are all using Coco. And
Yes.
I did... on my forums, I usually, you know, when I ask for people to submit their times, I put in some important questions. On this one, I had two very important questions. One of them was top tier, and the other one was bottom tier.
Yes.
And I listed all the characters, and according to the people who we are going to be showcased, Coco was top tier, followed by Penta Penguin. And then bottom tier is Crash, Tiny Tiger, Coco, Dr. Engine, Dingo Dial, Polar, and Nitrous Oxide all tied for bottom tier.
So, as I kind of touched on in the tutorial, I suppose, Dingo and Tiny are optimal, but like 2 weeks is not enough to get to grips with them. So, and I said again that Coco and Engine were the second best to use and very much easier. And so everyone going with that is a good sign, a very good sign. Definitely the correct decision.
Yeah. Well, right now they're doing my proof call right now, which is hovering Polar and Purra because no one's going to play them. So
no.
I don't know what anybody is playing exactly, but I do get to see. My favorite thing about Polar is the stupid look on his face. It makes me very happy.
Fun fact, as a kid, he was the first character I ever played with. So it's quite funny, but I literally picked the worst character as a kid.
Have a similar experience with Diddy Kong Racing. I loved me some Tip Top, but that is not a good character.
Yeah, you'd be right.
It's funny, like I actually have heard like Tip Top and Pipsy being when you don't have access to TT, for example, Tip Top and Pipsy being the two best characters in the game.
Didn't even know that.
I couldn't drive fast enough to beat Wizpig with Tip Top. I just couldn't do it.
Wizpig the first boss, right?
Yeah,
well, Pipsy and Tip Top have the lowest speed, but they have, I think, the highest acceleration. And I think Tip Top has the best handling in the hovercraft if you're not TT.
Right. Pretty comparable to Coco and Engine in this game, and outside of, the low speed.
Yeah, but, like I like Diddy because Diddy was just faster, so I was able to beat things I just couldn't with the turtle because I guess even though they had high acceleration, I just kept crashing.
Wait
but
a minute,
this is about actual
speed
crash.
in racing games is good? Wait a minute.
Yeah. I actually read a lot about like the tech behind this game and what they did to make this function on the PS1, and it's really interesting. Like all the wheels are actually sprites. Like half the stuff isn't really 3D. They cloned a level from Diddy Kong Racing to see if they could make a course that long. Crescent Island, I think, was the one they ripped off.
There's a lot of like backstory to this game.
Yeah,
in
really
particular, the character Penta Penguin, which you might actually see. But yeah, so there's so much to read up on with this game.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Penta Penguin in this version of the game is a Japanese exclusive character. Is that right?
So, not exactly. So, in the European and Japanese versions of this game, Penta Penguin is maxed out stats, like just if you can control Penta Penguin, by far the best character, no real competition. But on the American version of the game, Penta is kind of messed up, and there's the famous Penguin Yay 1, Penguin Yay 2, where Penta's voice lines don't work, and sometimes you'll actually get a guy saying Penguin Yay 1 instead of Penta Penguin making a noise. And in that version, Penta is like the same as Polar and Purr, which is really bad. So, yeah, luckily for these races, I think they're on either the Japanese version or the European version, so I think we should be good.
All right. Yeah, like that's what you will be seeing like a couple of different approaches to the game really. I think because we have people like one of our racers that will be showing, Saint Joe. Joe actually did a 101% casual playthrough of the game before sitting down to learn any of the tech, which is commendable considering he had only 2 weeks. It's a long game. It's a very long time.
That's smart.
A long time.
Yeah, that's a smart decision. It can help give you like kind of a grasp of the control, and as this game is mostly about cornering and then the skips, obviously, it will definitely give you the control just to play the game. So yeah, very smart.
Yeah, and just checking the status on our racers. So this is we run speed seasons with Speedruns Live. That's where it originated, and we use Speedruns Live to make the race rooms and handle all the scoring and everything like that, and archiving races. Which is why these races are open to anyone, even if you aren't being a featured racer, or if you're not going to be a repeating racer, you are very welcome to join. So I'm just checking on our status here. It looks like we've got maybe 1 or 2 people that we're still waiting on, but I'm definitely looking forward to this race because I'm an avid Diddy Kong Racing fan, but I love Crash Bandicoot. I have not played this game.
Really?
I need to play the adventure mode to this game. I'll say the best thing in Diddy Kong Racing is the part where you shoot rockets at other people in the battle arenas. I had way too much fun with that. It's the greatest mode ever.
This game, having battle arenas in the adventure mode is actually something quite unique, I guess. It's not used for battling, it's used for something else, but you can go look that up if you wish. Yeah, this game has a lot of stuff to it.
Yeah, I'm interested in trying either this or the nitro fueled version. In general, I love kart racers that don't just have Grand Prix only. They have an adventure mode, and I think this and Diddy Kong Racing are the 2 big ones that did that.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's one thing that the 3 racing games, should I say, from this kind of era that are always talked about are Mario Kart 64, Diddy Kong Racing, and this CTR. And I think that's the one thing that these 2 games have over Mario Kart is the fact that there is an adventure mode to it. And I think that's really something that Mario Kart's honestly missing. But yeah, so CTR having it makes for great speedruns. And whilst this doesn't have the adventure mode in it, I thoroughly suggest checking out the adventure mode speedruns. Any % no major glitches there. Yeah, they're definitely something.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely I think we're almost ready. It looks like
one person fell out of the race room, so it's a bit interesting.
Yes.
They've disconnected. Don't know how to contact them and give them some time to come back.
Classic.
Yeah, we still got a few minutes before our hard start time. But Alpha, what are you looking forward to in this race?
I'm just looking forward to people having a good time. You know, some people were apparently very stressed by the past 2 games. So, which I didn't see Katamari as being such a big stress point, but I think especially with all the adorable animals in this game that you can choose from, you know, I think that's pretty helpful.
I will say on the topic of it being beginner friendly in this category, you literally don't have to win. You could get last in every race and it would be fine, you know.
Yeah.
So that's quite reassuring. It's not the scariest game in that sense.
Yeah, it's not like what we had in season 2 where our racing game had hard game overs.
Oh.
It had hard game overs. You were allowed, I think, 1 or 2 retries. If you finished below 3rd, you could only advance if you finished 1st. And if you finished 2nd or 3rd, you didn't lose a retry, but you had to redo the race.
Oh, no.
That was a rough one.
That is not it. Yeah,
but on the flip side, this doesn't have copious amounts of in-game advertising like that one did. So, you know, there are trade-offs.
Oh. Yes. My favorite speed games have ads in them. Yes. Classic.
It had a VOD mutable soundtrack too, so nobody could listen to it.
Oh no.
It was a really good soundtrack too. It's a shame.
Yeah,
but this has none of those things, so it's just a better game. And like actually one of my favorite things is the part where you can just see everything that's going on. Like the fact that you can see exactly where the boost meter is as you're drifting, like, and you don't have to destroy your control stick to boost or snake or whatever, is just nice. I hate destroying either my finger or whatever controller I'm playing with. I'm playing Mario Kart. It's not great.
It's something I didn't really touch on. This game is very neat looking. It's very easy to make out what is going on and why it's happening, which is, you know, very nice. I watch like other racing game speedruns like F-Zero, and I'm like, what is happening? What is this? But yeah, this game, it's a lot easier to, you know, kind of make out what's happening. So that's nice too.
I'm just seeing in the race chat, St. Joe saying that CTR is worse than Wipeout. Joe actually there was a weird proprietary PlayStation controller for Wipeout that rotated in the middle. Joe raced with that controller.
I hadn't played Wipeout in 10 years, and I played it last month. And it's a good game, but I can safely say that my man is deluded if he's saying that Wipeout is better than CTR. Safely. Okay, I can safely say this. There's no room for debate in this instance. Absolutely not.
Okay, so I'm hearing the last person, their neck cut out. That's a shame. They're already readied, so I can still start the race, and then if they don't finish, I can always remove them from the end.
Amazing. Okay. The thing is, if you don't, like, if your neck cuts out or something unfortunate happens, you can still play along if you wish, you know. There's no rules saying that, you know.
Yeah, there's no rules saying you can't play along at home. If you wanted to get points, you need to stream it. You need to be able to, like, show proof, but you are very welcome to play at home.
Yeah, if we are following SRL rules, if you're playing on original console, then you don't need video proof, but we are going to get this race started. I am quitting this race. And we are counting down slowly but surely. We're going to see what everybody's actually going to play. We have Socrates on Tiny Tiger. So
interesting.
Looks like Socrates is doing early Tiny and then transitioning to like Coco or something for maybe some of the harder tracks.
So, fun fact about that, Tiny and Dingo, the optimal quote-unquote play is, if you're in the Japanese version, to use Penta for every other cup, and then use Dingo or Tiny for this cup. So Socrates has actually got the right idea here, like completely the right play. I rate this.
Oh, the nice double jump from Joe right there. That was good. Taking it wide on the bridge.
Right, so I'm watching Socrates right now. Nice wide lines. Just keeping those reserves. I like it. I like it. St. Joe is going off, by the way. Can I just say that?
Yeah, he's going nuts.
He's going nuts.
And it looks, oh man,
That's
Socrates actually got shot by a missile.
That's the lamest thing I've ever seen in my life. See, so a thing again, I didn't even touch on this in the tutorial. I'm just remembering things now. When you get a certain distance away from the AI straight up won't place items, which is why, and I'll reference Nitro Fueled here, the remake of this game actually. In Nitro Fueled, because it's, you know, a PS4 game and it's newer, the AI still place items, like it still tracks where the races are and it still places the items. In this game, if they're like off-screened by a long way, you can see St. Joe hasn't been ironed once, and he won't get ironed once because he is so far ahead. So that's kind of a luxury, I guess, for St. Joe here. Miss Froggy towards the line. Lovely. Yeah, really nice.
St. Joe taking that early lead. Socrates right behind him.
Oh boy, RNG track time. English.
Yeah, let's see if they save those precious seconds. They gotta get those throwable items.
Going wide for first box. That's safe. I like it. And getting the Wumper. I definitely like it. Ah, yes. TNT cannot throw that forward. Didn't reroll.
I was just looking at it and I realized this doesn't say TNT on it because it's the Japanese version.
Yeah,
I just like, oh, that's a weird icon.
The Japanese version straight up doesn't have the numbers on it. It's just, yeah. It's a picture of something. I forget exactly what it is. It's a picture of something though. But it has on it. I haven't played the Japanese version too much. But yeah. Are we gonna see a reroll? St. Joe is not re-rolling his item. This is interesting. So what you would want to do is you would want to place this Nitro and then go for another item to try and get a potion or something. But St. Joe is not doing that. Probably just concentrating on driving. Okay, he places it there. Probably just concentrating on driving. I can respect it.
Yeah, seeing Socrates. None of them are getting horribly lucky with their items. Okay,
No,
there's a potion.
Okay, and Scrambles has got a bomb. Okay, I rate this. This is very good. And a potion as well. Oh, this is very close. Goodness. St. Joe and Socrates, my goodness. Ah yes, Penta with the tight line. Seeing that cornering. Alright, so yeah, they're both going to throw the potion forward here, and they're both going to do the shortcut. Again, as I mentioned in the tutorial, this shortcut is completely RNG because it requires a throwable item. But we see it.
Yeah, or some weird TNT shield shenanigans.
Ah yes. Ah yes. Check out the tutorial if you want to know what he meant.
It's a very good tutorial. And damn, they're really close to each other. This is a good race so far between these two. Just looking off stream. Lots of pet the penguins. One dingo dial.
Ah, respect. Yes.
Let's go Dingo Dial.
Okay,
Dingo
wait,
Dial's
all
my
right.
favorite
So we got
character.
3 dingo dials.
My man. Yes, sir.
Happy.
Alright, St. Joe. So, it'll be interesting to see how many cuts are utilized here. St. Joe's not going to go for the late cut. I actually respect it, considering the lack of speed that he had. Neither Socrates. I respect it. So, basically, to the left of that bridge or tunnel that you saw Socrates just go under, you can skip that section with a well-timed jump. But it is pretty hard, and I respect not going for it. Considering it only saves like 2.5, I respect it. St. Joe doing that shortcut though, as is Socrates. Nice.
Nice. Good frog game.
We got 2 races that are really close. We got Pika Powers and Scrambles who are really close, and Socrates and St. Joe that are really close. Good
item for Socrates.
Very good. That can actually be used to maybe make a shortcut easier. He's maybe thinking about it. Okay, no, I'm just gonna cut over the snow there. I like it.
Yeah. Probably didn't try that jump too often.
No, I can respect that. It's very hard. And no rail shortcuts either, which again makes complete sense. Rail shortcut is very, very difficult. Socrates keeping reserves out here. Look at this man. He's going.
Ooh. This is this is definitely a cleaner lap than he's had in the past too, but this is real good looking.
Over the snow. Oh, yes. Oh, the double jumping. Oh, okay. Okay.
Definitely
Yes.
made up some time on that lap on St. Joe.
Yeah.
He was rolling out Penta.
Yeah, that was, ooh, that was a tasty lap for you. Gosh. At Coco Park. So this is actually advantage Socrates here because, also nice English, Socrates. Yeah, yes. Because St. Joe with Penta would usually be fine, but this is the reason why it is optimal to use Tiny and Dingo instead of Penta just for this cup. Because Tiny's turn is really bad, but this track is so straight that you actually don't want good turning. Because if you have good turning, then when you try to drift straight like St. Joe is here, then you kind of have to cancel your drift because otherwise you'll keep turning because your turn is bad. Socrates is the unluckiest man to ever walk the earth.
Itemed again.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it. What is this?
In second place, could get a mask.
That would be amazing.
Oh
Okay.
no, just a bomb.
It's a 13% chance to pull an Aku or an Uka mask. It's basically, if you're familiar with Mario Kart, it's like the star power-up. You can pull it in second to fourth, it's a 13% chance. In fifth to eighth, it's 25. Man, St. Joe.
Yeah,
I said advantage Tiny and then he got ironed. Never mind.
yeah. I've seen, at least in Mario Kart, there are some courses where it's just like, yeah, no, you just stop, you get a star, and then you skip like all of the stage.
Yeah, classic.
But I think your odds are worse in this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Because the thing is, in second to eighth, you can literally pull any item in the game from second and below, which is like just insane. It means it's so random. Yeah, nice
right,
cut
so-
from St. Joe.
Yeah, Joe finishing up, Socrates finishing up very soon. Peak Pals, and then Tramble's not that far behind.
No, not at all.
Just looking off screen, I know some of the off-stream racers are doing the cups in a different order, but a lot of people are just doing it in order. It's easier. You're not resetting.
No. But, well, it's what I did in my marathon run as well. Like, just going in order. Simplify some things, makes it a very easy and clear route.
I was sticking with Tiny.
Tiny for Dragon Mines? Okay, I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be exciting. Oh my goodness.
I am excited.
For Rouge Tubes, it's actually fantastic that this track is Rouge Tubes, and it's absolutely phenomenal because of... Well, let's see if my man does the SG or the Speed Ghost down the hill. St. Joe is doing it, but I want to see, does he do it? Oh, he jumped a little bit too early, but the idea's there. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, it's
nice,
going
nice,
for it. Does have this nitro.
He's got the spirit.
Yeah, exactly. Is what to do. Ooh,
Oh,
Ooh.
classic. Yeah, the easier thing to do there is just go wide of the mushroom and take like the second time loss.
this game is so mean.
Yes.
Oh, gets his TNT just in time.
Yes. Just spammed circle to make the item roll appear faster. Yeah, luckily got a TNT. Yeah, lovely. Good SGs. If he had more reserves, because of that missile, actually, I know he didn't get hit by it. Oh, nice. Because of that missile, he was concentrating on like his items, and he couldn't actually like drift and keep his speed up. So he had less reserves for that SG down the hill, which was kind of lame. But that happened just because of all that missile at the beginning of lap 2. Yeah, unfortunate. St. Joe with another good track. St. Joe looking fresh.
Yeah, let's see if Socrates is just gonna go wide this time. Do not blame him at all.
Yeah, no. Yeah, absolutely not. Like, that's just completely fair. After bonking twice, both off the mushroom and like the bones, I guess. And accept that. Dingo Canyon. This is going to be a weird track because Penta's turn. This is technically slower for Penta, but it's not much. It really is. It's slower because of this section with St. Joe's on. There's really no easy way to do this section besides go wide, because the turn is barely. Penta's turn is too high. Sorry. Yeah. Socrates with a shield, knowing his luck that would actually be useful. Never mind. He gets rid of it.
Out.
Yeah, never mind. Reasonable.
I think he's gotten enough distance at this point to not have to worry, but...
If he gets ironed from here, then, like, he's actually the unluckiest man in the universe, because... First of all, we'd have to go round some turns, like a missile or something, or a bomb. We'd have to go round these turns. But, like, the chances of the game even loading the AI's items at this point are slim to none. Like, I would be very surprised if we saw anything here. You might hit his own items, though.
Yeah, this isn't like Diddy Kong or Mario Kart, where the AI sure is mean all the time.
No, a nice thing as well is there's practically no rubber banding.
That is
in this
wonderful.
game. Like, there's some, but it's so minute. I mean, you saw in my run, for example, 2 weeks ago, where if I had a good race, I would also Pika-Pow's nearly TNT'd himself, and that would have been amazing. If I had a good race, like I would be lapping the AI, because the rubber banding isn't too strong, you know? So that's quite nice. Okay, I am excited to see... But I'm excited to see everyone in Dragon Mines, but especially Socrates, because my man has the worst turning stat in the game, but the highest speed, and this is some advanced stuff. So if he does this well, then he's a legend, all I gotta say.
So far, so good right now.
Yeah, I'm scared of it. I'm scared of this turn. This is the turn that I want to see him navigate, because there is no easy way to do this with Tiny's turn stat. Yeah.
It just kind of bounces his way up, lots of hopping.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it. He had, like, no real reserves there because he just hit the wall before that. Ooh, I thought he was going to jump over the finish line. Oh, my goodness. So,
right, I remember that.
If you jump over the left side of the finish line, or any part of the finish line for that matter, you don't get a lap count, and you have to basically do a lap 4. It's specific to this track and another track. Oh, that was terrifying.
Yeah, I just saw Joe go all the way to the right, and just deliberately. So very clearly he has either seen it or knows about it and is scared of it.
Yeah, I would be too. I absolutely would be. Socrates, don't jump. Good. Very nice.
Yeah, I think they actually just stopped holding any buttons until they slid across the finish line.
Yeah, that's completely respectable. Anything to not get, DLC lap 4. Very nice. Yeah, nice. Okay, Joe makes it. Very good. Honestly, Socrates didn't do bad there. Considering he's playing Tiny and he's been playing the game, barely 2 weeks, that was very good, actually. Just don't jump. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I get scared every time. Oh, boy. Okay, Scramble's just finishing up Dingo Canyon. Very nice. I think Scrambles might have slower loading times, because he might not be on a PS2.
Oh, you might not have fast disc or disk speed or stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, okay. So what Scrambles just did there was when he loaded into the race, he didn't hit triangle. That might be a reason why he's slightly falling behind. Because he's not skipping the intro cutscenes to the tracks, I don't think. Which is a 5-second time loss on every track. So that's rough. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, there were a lot of people during the Katamari race who learned later, wait, you can skip these cutscenes.
Yeah. It's actually very interesting in the adventure mode speedruns for this game.
Oh, Joe barely misses.
That was sad. But that is an intended shortcut. It's one of the harder intended shortcuts in the game, actually. So, you know, no embarrassment for failing that. I mean, it's a constant, not constant, but it's definitely a reset point for, like, some runners for sure. Even though they've been playing it for a long time, so. No embarrassment, but my god, that was close. That was really close.
Yeah, that was so close to making it.
But, yeah, fun fact about the adventure mode speedruns of this game, there are 2 different buttons for skipping different cutscenes, so it's kind of test your knowledge a little bit. Skip the cutscenes. It's start to skip one cutscene, and it's triangle to skip others, so it's very strange. St. Joe again, avoiding the barrel cycle, very nice. I wonder if he's got them memorized. We're gonna find out here. He just goes wide, so we can get a good look at the barrel before going. I like it.
Yeah, it knows how to adjust after.
Mm-hmm.
Socrates has actually hit the same barrel placement every time they've gone through, so that's very consistent.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. Like, if you are able to kind of be on the same pace every time, if you're, like, practicing... Ooh. Socrates there. If you're practicing and you're, like, doing the same kind of lap times every time, then you can kind of memorize the barrel cycles, and that can help a lot. Peek Pal's new there. For the intended shortcut, that would have been nice. Okay, let's go. Nitro Cup. This is when things start heating up a little bit. Should be interesting. Okay, Mystery Caves. So, again, you won't be hearing this much more, but for now, yeah, Socrates switching to engine for this, I actually like that. But every other track, actually, I think in this run, I think it's better to play as Penta, maybe except one, which I'll mention. But this track is like pretty much the last track that is good to use Tiny and Dingo for. Socrates switching off, which is smart because the other 3 tracks in this cup are better with Engine Coco or Penta if you're on the Japanese version, or the European version for that matter. But yeah, no, that was smart to switch to Engine there.
Yeah, I really like the just, you know, knowing exactly what you're going to get away with, knowing what you're comfortable with. Being consistent is the most important thing in these races.
Yeah. Also, just like knowing that you've played the game for 2 weeks and kind of like knowing what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. I think that's a big thing too. Because, you know, again, you've only been playing the game for 2 weeks, so playing his Engine and Coco here, definitely a smart choice, no matter what.
Absolutely.
Unlucky with that wall there. Not doing the off-road shortcut this lap because he just hit the wall. That was actually very smart. The off-road shortcut wouldn't have been fast because he had pretty much 0 speed after hitting that wall. So it made a lot of sense to just, you know, kind of take your medicine, I guess, and just not go for the time save. Made a lot of sense.
Looking at our off-stream racers, there's LK who might actually be playing on their Japanese version of the game. Same lap with Penta, very close to Joe.
As St. Joe, nice. It's been a really good race so far. I mean, we're getting to the business end of the run, if you will, with you know, Tiny Arena. It'll be interesting to see if anyone goes for the Hail Mary on that. I highly advise that they don't, but, you know, they might just say, you know what, let's just do it.
Yeah, you got a Nitro, might as well try, maybe. Waste 15 seconds,
Yeah, if you're not aware of Tiny Arena Skip, you only have to wait 2 more tracks, do not worry.
Yeah, I feel like if you, like, especially considering they're doing it third, like, if I told them, okay, just do the Tiny Arena tracks last, I don't think anybody would go for it until they've seen someone else finish.
Yes. Yeah. Imagine Hail Marying Tiny Arena to win the race.
Oh man, that would be unbelievably insane.
What a legendary move. But speaking of skips, Papu's Pyramid. Oh, is St. Joe going to go for the Ultra? Oh, okay. So basically, there's a skip here. That wall that he was trying to jump to, that leads to the finish line. Oh, he's going to go for a mini skip here. That's nice. I refer to that as the backup because it's basically a backup strat if you fail the one that you initially went for. Okay, it's St. Joe's turn to get unlucky now. But yeah, knowing that is nice because it doesn't look like much, you know, you're just jumping over a gap, whatever, but it saves like straight up I think it's 3.5, 4 seconds. Socrates going for it now as well. Man knows how to U-turn. U-turning makes that a lot easier because you can just turn sharper. Oh my god, it is St. Joe's time to get unlucky.
Yeah, I've actually was watching some people prep, and despite Trambles playing not as much of this game as everybody else, got the Ultra a couple times. You know, we'll just see. They're behind, but it's really cool.
Oh my god. I mean, St. Joe just did it.
Socrates was, nice.
Oh, it's cracked. And my man is next level. And Socrates can go for the backup again.
Yeah, I was watching Socrates practice and wasn't quite getting the crazy skip consistently, so I think has just decided that they weren't doing it today.
Yeah, no, I can respect that. Oh, unlucky. St. Joe just jumped a tiny bit early there, which, you know, it's hard, especially when you don't have speed built up. And like if you're kind of like just starting out, it can be hard to keep speed on that wall because, you know, it's kind of narrow. And Joe's gonna finish up anyway. 2:21. It'd be interesting to see if Socrates saves time on him here.
LK, I'm just seeing off screen, got a sub 2 minute on this track.
Oh, lovely. That's really good.
That's really good. He fell off right before the end. He would have gotten below a 150.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's very, very, very nice.
Everybody's actually doing very, very well. I'm just watching all of our racers. Everyone is really close. You know, within races of each other. Even at this point, where we're almost at we're in the last 6 races right now, right? I miscount. Or we last 7.
What, Cortex Castle? So for the races on Mystery Caves, they still have 7 left. Cortex Castle is the 6th to last track. So it kind of depends what track you're on, but yeah. Yeah, okay, so if you watch my tutorial, I made this track sound like the hardest track in the game. It's the hardest track in the game, but doesn't have an unintended shortcut. Take that how you will. You can just tell it's hard by all these 90-degree turns. Socrates kind of feeling it right now. This man, okay. That's the. He's just getting unlucky on every track. It's insane. Yeah. But fun fact about Cortex Castle AI, they are the hardest AI in the game, straight up. Like even on like easy difficulty, medium difficulty, they are really hard. Especially at the start. Like there's times where even if you play super optimally and do strats, they can still be up with you like 15 seconds in, and that's just not the case on other tracks. So, Socrates got a mask. And he used it to avoid the spider.
Dodge the spider that was definitely gonna wreck him.
Nice. Ooh,
oh,
yeah.
That was.
So, because the ramp goes up like that, the side of the ramp goes above the track that you were on before. So you can bonk on the side of the ramp like that if you get a bad angle, like Socrates just did. That was rough. Yeah, Penta's 5 turning really just coming in handy here for St. Joe, as you can see. You know, just can navigate this turn, but you know, it's a hard track no matter which character you're playing as, but Penta definitely makes it much more doable, for sure. Yeah, lovely. St. Joe actually get a USF here?
It was close, and Socrates gets up there but bounces around.
He got the respawn. That's something. Alright, St. Joe. Tiny arena skip. Don't do it. Or do it. Do it for the content.
That would be absolutely insane if someone who learned the game within 2 weeks just also showing it off in, you know, a big streamer context.
Hail Marys it.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta.
If he gets it, he's the best to ever do it. Like, there's no competition. If not, then I respect it because, as I said during the run and during my tutorial that's on YouTube, like, you shouldn't go for this if you're gonna run the game because, like, and you've just started out, or even like if you've been playing for a year but don't have like an insanely insane time, because you might accidentally fluke into getting it and then you have to go up against it in your PB forever. Like, your splits just save 45 seconds in Tiny Arena and now you have to go for it to even get close to your PB. So not worth going for unless you're a fan of content.
Yeah, you know, it's just such a shame that it's such a humongous time save. It's not like one of those things where, you know, you call these are the last seconds that you save because it's a one-shot trick that wastes 10 seconds but saves half. This is a one-shot trick that's, well, not really a one-shot trick, but it's a trick that saves like a huge amount of time and loses 15. And it's like, well,
it
just got a nitro.
Saves 30, loses 50, which is a net. It's a net save of 45 compared to failing it.
Joe's got a nitro.
Yeah, he didn't go for that one, which again, it's the smart play. Socrates has been IM'd more times than I've had hot dinners. This is getting stupid. What is this? What am I looking at right now? What is this?
The worst luck in the world.
What is this?
Feels like I'm playing a video game. I have terrible luck.
I mean, what is this? I mean, oh my goodness.
I don't even think my blind playthrough got itemed this many times.
Yeah. So usually when you're around the AI like this, yes, you can get itemed. That's kind of, I guess that's kind of the punishment for being around the AI instead of being in front of them, right? That's fine. But being itemed 7 times is like, I think it's 7 or 8. It's up there. It's madness. Joe not going for TA skip. Good man. I respect it. Very good. Man wants to not compare against trash as his PB. Very good. Very good. Entirely respectable. Yo, is Socrates using the orb to destroy the nitro? And hit Tiny. So now he's back in first.
Alright.
Amazing. Oh, by the way, on Pika Power's screen, he's going for a USF. Didn't quite get it. If he had more reserves going off that big ramp there at the end of Cortex Castle, he would have gotten a USF. And if you don't know what that is, tutorial, YouTube. I've plugged it enough times. But yeah, St. Joe just finishing up here. St. Joe is on a really good run, honestly, considering he's played the game 2 weeks. This is very nice. Very nice. Yeah, lovely. Double jumping off that ramp as well after getting the turbo pad to get extra height so he can clear the mud. That's lovely. St. Joe's on to the last track. Or last cup, sorry.
Yeah, only 4 tracks left.
He is going. I don't know what the timer is at currently, but
about 29 minutes-ish, 29 and a half minutes.
29. Yeah, that's, wow. Very nice. I'm not sure if St. Joe is on PS2 or not, but if he isn't, then this is even more insane. Like, he might be on PS2, but if he isn't, I don't think he is, looking at that loading screen. If he isn't, then this is a lovely time. This is going to be, I think, if it is at 29 a bit minutes, well, 30 minutes probably now, this might just be a sub 40 potentially.
Yeah, well, let's see if it goes for the psychotic skips here.
Oof, I wouldn't. I'd be surprised to see it. Yeah, so basically on that turbo pad there that he just went off before those jumps, you can turn around at that boost pad and do a skip. You jump over the wall and land on this section. But it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Again, if you want to see those skips.
Oh, let's go for that skip.
Ooh, okay. So that skip is an intended skip, and he actually went for the little crack between the wall that blocks the track and the wall to the side, which I actually respect, because that makes it easier. Because it means that you don't have to get as much jump height. I hope we see him make that. That'd be nice. Nice little time save of like 6 seconds compared to failing it. Nice. Socrates finishing off the second to last cup there. It starts to skip the cutscene. Very nice. And Pika Pals and Scrabbles about what? 39, 40 seconds in between them. I mean,
yeah, not
really
bad.
Close again. Yeah.
Everybody who's racing this is basically clumped up except for one person. I can't tell because they did the cups out of order, but that's fine.
Ah, yes. What cup are they in? Well, what track are they on?
They are
Lovely.
on Dingo Canyon right now.
Dingo Canyon. That's the... Okay, but that's the end of... Oh, sorry, not the end. That's the second track in a cup. So if that's his last cup, then he's probably going to win.
Yeah, very fast.
But if it's not, if it's his second to last, then that would make more sense. He maybe has one per cup last. Maybe he followed the route of what most people do in the speedrun.
Yeah, I think they went 3-4-2.
3-4-2-1. Yeah, that's the route that I do if I'm like resetting over this category and trying to get world something. Yeah, that's... Yeah, okay, so he's actually quite close then, because the first cup is the shortest cup, so he's doing pretty good as well. It's been a great race. Again, like 2 weeks to prepare, and by doing this, like, aim for St. Joe. He made it on lap 2 though, which is nice. I saw him.
Yeah, and
Make that wall shortcut.
a lot of people, like, I threw every genre I could think at all of them. They were all different, so it's not like it's always in their wheelhouse. Like, people just don't always play racing games all the time, or only play, like, some people just only play platformers, or only play, you know, weird games.
Yeah, so if, like, someone in this race hasn't played a racing game before, then, you know, it's a good way to get into it, CTR.
Kart races are just so much more fun, I think, than regular racing games.
Oh, they're terrific. Kind of leaning into the fantasy aspect of it.
Oh, good clear from Socrates.
Yeah, I saw that. That was sick. He had, like, no speed, so that was a perfectly timed jump. Anything less than perfect there wasn't making it. That was very nice. Very nice. Yeah, really good. St. Joe is on engine apps. I want to see if he does the USF, because he is with Penta, and Penta's turn could perhaps make speed easier, because he can, as you can see, kind of drift around this turn, which Dingo and Tiny can't do. Go on, do it. Go on. Yes. Don't jump. Okay. Yes. Jump over the hole. Yes. Yes, that was sick. Okay. My man St. Joe with the tech. You'll love to see it.
Oh, this is going real well for Joe.
Yeah, this is... Oh, dude. My man's been labbing out the USFs, the ultimate sacred fires. Oh, my goodness. He's going to do it again here, isn't he? Yes. Look how fast he's going.
It's incredibly fast.
Love it. The man is... insane. Ah, yes, missile from across the map that somehow reached it. Oh, actually, okay. I can explain how that reached him. Yeah, they reached him because this map, as you can see here, he's going to land back on the pad that he used earlier. It kind of crosses over. Ah, unlucky. His USF, like, because he hadn't built up many reserves, he hadn't, like, boosted a lot in a row there. His USF ran out as he jumped over the hole, so he had less speed, so he died, unfortunately. That was a shame. But yeah. Oh man. We get another USF here. Basically, USFs, if I was to explain them again, is basically not jumping off of certain ramps and using the amount of boost that you've clocked. As you can actually see, I haven't even mentioned this, the Japanese version has a boost counter in the top right. As you can see, Joe is at 19 now, going to be 20, 21. That kind of clocks how many times you've boosted in a row. And it doesn't share the whole picture because Joe did just lose reserves, but the boost counter is still there. So he might not keep it for long. Yes, he just died there. But it's a kind of oh my god, Socrates. I'm not sure if y'all saw that, but grinded the edge of the USF pad and barely lived. That was insane. But yeah, it's not the best way of showing reserves, but it is a way of showing your boost counter, which is nice. Japanese version only, unless you use the cheat code on the European and American versions. Oh boy, hot ass skyway. Okay, so I would say that this, if you're starting out with the run, this might be the hardest track in the run that St. Joe is on currently. I want to see if he does the wall shortcut. If he does the wall shortcut, yeah, he's going to do it. Turn around. Nice. Into the AIs. That's lovely. That was textbook. Pretty good. Basically, you drive... Oh, go on.
Oh, I was gonna feeling when Socrates does that, he's gonna get shot by like 30 missiles.
Oh, God. Would be his luck, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, Socrates just hitting the edge of that wall. Still. Socrates. Okay, there we go. We're good. Right of there. Oh! So fun fact about that situation that Socrates just found himself in. If he was Penta, he would have totally made that turn. Like, if he was Penta Penguin on the Japanese or European versions, he would have made it because Penta's turn stat. But unfortunately, I believe Socrates is on the American version and does not have access to that. If you are in America and want to speedrun this game, though, don't fret because the main categories for this game don't involve Penta Penguin. They are adventure mode and they allow Engine Coco and then Tiny Dingo, Crash Cortex, and Polar Purr. So there are no real character differences in the adventure mode speedruns. So if you are American and want to run this game, do not be put off, I suppose.
That's actually good to know, so you don't have to figure out, different setups and all that other stuff.
No. CTR is actually very fortunate in the sense that every version can be used optimally. In fact, before I got the whir in any percent no major glitches, every world record before mine was on the European version. Mine was on the American version, which says a lot about being able to use different versions to compete. So yeah, St. Joe just making the last shortcut there, very nice. Very good.
And we do have one finisher in first, Bianco, 819 off stream, finished in first place.
What was his time, sorry?
38:48.
Ah, lovely. That's a really good time. Anything sub 40 is absolutely magnificent. Very, very, very good.
Yeah, I believe, because I know a bunch of people from your Discord or some such joined the race potentially. I don't know if they had just only been doing this for 2 weeks or whatnot.
So, I know Bianco hasn't been doing it for too long. I think barely longer than 2 weeks, but not super long, so...
Yeah, it's still very solid time then.
Yeah, he's definitely had more time than 2 weeks, but it's not like he's been playing it for years. So, that's nice. Socrates getting a second place mask, the 13% chance. Ah, yes. To really give credit, though, to St. Joe here. He's on the final track of the run.
Oh. Damn, and there's Piper, who has been really going hard on this event, finishing in second place with a 39:55. Definitely.
Oh.
Yeah, just cutting that sub 40.
Yeah, lovely. What a time. If he's been playing 2 weeks, then that is a brilliant time.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
Very, very good.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lovely time. Yeah, St. Joe. It's gonna get a 41 here probably, which again, I mean that's just a superb time for playing the game 2 weeks.
Yeah, I remember some people were voicing concerns that everybody, it was just like I think his PV is 42 right now, 42-ish, and was very concerned that everybody was just gonna come out of the gate with like 35s or something like that.
Oh no.
I mean, there's always that feel like, I mean, I did good, but like, there's no way I could have done better than other people type of deal. I feel like what was going on there.
Yeah, kind of like, yeah, just not believing that your time is as good as you want it to be, I guess. Yeah. The St. Joe's gonna get a 41 here. Probably a low 41 as well. Time's coming up as he crosses the line here. 100 boosts, by the way. Can we just say that?
Yeah, that's a pretty good amount of boosts, and there we
go. Lovely.
And St. Joe takes 3rd place with a 41-31.
Oh, that's a lovely time. Yeah, really, really good. Yeah, especially, I mean, again, playing the game for 2 weeks and then coming out and doing that. Like, he made Papu's Ultra once. I mean, like, it's just insane. So, yeah, very, very well done. As Socrates gets on the final track here. Yeah, very nice. Okay. Socrates on the final track now, Slide Coliseum. Here we go. Again, it's worth mentioning, actually, that whilst I mentioned earlier that all of these tracks pretty much are better to be Penta Penguin, this is the one track that you could dispute it, but then there's this turn that Socrates is coming up to, which is just like, it's very sharp, and, anything sharp like that, Tiny and Dingo just can't deal with. But every other turn, you can actually deal with it with Tiny and Dingo, but definitely the right play for Socrates to use Engine these last 2 cups over using Dingo and Tiny for pretty obvious reasons. You now have a Tea Party in the bottom left instead of...
Yeah, Tea Party Cthulhu. Definitely, I believe is playing the game in order and hasn't played the game yet.
Wow.
But has actually played a lot of racing games recently. The mystery community, we had a couple. We called it Racing Grand Prix, where basically people just raced a lot of racing games without having prepped them before. A lot of them were not great, but Cthulhu played in all of them. And,
wow. Okay.
You're talking about games not having rubber banding. That is this game not having rubber banding. That's a miracle, because every racing game is terrible rubber banding.
Yeah, that's one thing. And again, I mentioned earlier that you can get last in all of the races in this category, and it's fine. But like with the adventure mode, you actually need 1st place, right? But due to the severe lack of rubber banding, that's like fine. Like even if you started playing like a week ago, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's nice. Like, I guess there's like some sort of rubber banding, because sometimes you see like Para or Polar in 2nd place.
I mean, that's just the AI. There was actually a glitch discovered where you could kind of look at how the AI operates as Socrates crosses the line. Now I'm not sure what time he got, but again, really good.
44:30. We had 2 people finish at 44:32. Holy bucket!
That is a tie for 5th place at a 44:32.
Tied 5th, tying in CTR. That's mad. That's crazy.
Yeah, we had LK, who was off screen as well, finishing 4th with a 42:13, and then Steffo, who was also off screen, and Socrates, both finishing with a 44:32. Lord Pink Floyd also just finished in 7th place with a 44:55.
Everyone clocking in. Loads of sub 45s. That's actually insane.
Yeah, I was expecting somewhere around. I was gonna say, like, my estimates were like a 44 to a 47 for that, and it's been going really well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Because, like, I'm pretty sure if you look at the leaderboard, there aren't, like, too many times, oh, sorry, there's a lot of times where, like, 47, 48, so.
Yeah, so let's see.
And those are people that had more than 2 weeks to play, so that's crazy. People going hard, it seems. Pika Pal's nearly finished here. Got the shield just in case an item comes at him.
Finishing up.
Safe.
4601.
4601. And all these times are fine. Scrambles getting ironed, cannot catch a break.
A lot of these times, I'm seeing it, and I'm thinking a huge amount of it is just, you know, they could have possibly saved more time because they're probably not playing on PS2.
Yeah, I mean, but PS2, so it's not the end of the world if you don't have a PS2.
Yeah.
It's like really
well
not required.
Yeah, just to bring up another racing game from the era, I definitely got slapped around in Chocobo Racing by just someone having fast disk speed and me not. Like I lost in a loading screen.
Yeah, it's weird that like so for something like this, it's not the end of the world. And as I said earlier, CTR does have emulated leaderboards. So if you don't like have access to the region that you want or whatever, there are emulated leaderboards where you can still be competitive. So that's really good. So luckily that's not a problem. But
yeah, I'm a big fan of the leaderboard saying like, well, there might be loading differences. So here, there's like this. I see this emulator. There's virtual console, and then there's disc.
Yeah, you can always be competitive, always,
yeah,
which is really cool. And again, if you are on console, then every single region is competitive, like European, American, and Japanese is all competitive. As you can see, Japanese is actually optimal for this category. I'm just seeing a lot of people use that. So I mean, Tea Party is using it as well. Every time she gets free boosts, you can see it. So yeah, with Coco there. So yeah, you know, yeah, it's great. CTR being that open to everyone is, you know, just a big selling point. I think it's really, really good.
How approachable this game is especially compared to the other, you know, the Mario Kart or Diddy Kong. This is way more approachable.
Yeah, I've said this on my stream a bunch of times. Like, if Diddy Kong Racing allowed emulators, I'd be there in a heartbeat. I'm there, but sadly, I think there's something wrong with N64 emulation, I suppose.
The N64 works on hopes and dreams. It's every single official release that Nintendo has done of a port of an N64 game is a custom-coded emulator with like heavy modifications to just make it. I think they're all Ocarina of Time emulators that are heavily modded to play something else. So that's basically what it is.
That's rough. Okay, yeah. So that's why I haven't speedrun DKR as well. So there's a lot of reasons, but CTR being this open is very nice. And yeah. As Scrambles is about to finish with, is it going to be sub 50? I can't tell.
It's going to be close.
49-24.
Nice. We get there. And Tea Party is going to get a sub as well. Then I'm pretty sure.
It's a thing. It's going to be real
close.
You're
good. You're good. I think 49-51, 2, somewhere around there. Hard read. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be close, you're right.
Gets it.
What was it?
Is it hasn't done?
Not done! Please!
What was it, though? Well, actually, was the time? Oh, dear.
They definitely had it. They dot done like 6 seconds late. And they finished with a 50.
49-44 if they had done.
Okay, 49-54.
They didn't lose a placement.
Oh, sorry, 49-44. My bad. I said 54.
49-45. Okay, there you go. Very nice. Yeah, awesome. Okay, wow.
Yeah, they didn't know when to done, but that was actually a sub 50. It's funny, both Shrambles and Tea Party both go, well, Shrambles goes comment sub 50, no practice hype.
Oh.
And TPC goes, okay, that was actually sub 50, but I didn't know when to done. So sub 50 completely, like, never played this game until really today. Hype.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I mean, subbing 50 without ever playing the game isn't it?
Only person who's in the race is the person who disconnected and is gone, so I'm just going to remove them from the race.
Ah, yes. Classic. How many people in that race, actually?
15 people, 16... Oh, no, 16 people. It would have been 17.
Wow. Oof, love to see it.
You really do. That was a great race.
That was
a
awesome.
very good race.
That was awesome. Wow. Yeah, so many... Wait, did everyone sub 50?
Everybody sub...
Not quite. 16th place finished with a 50-41,
That's still really
assuming
close.
that they knew when to done.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That was really good from everybody.
Yeah, that's nuts. I was expecting at least like one or two, like, not sub 55s. But yeah, that's... Whew. Yeah. Yeah, for only having 2 weeks to prepare and some people not playing the game at all, then... That's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of I mean, they probably watched the videos, but they may not have really played the game. Just having that knowledge a lot of the time is a huge advantage, and it's just so nice to have it.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely like one of those things where if you have it, it's like... It's not the end of the world if you don't have it, but if you have it, then it's really nice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Especially in a race like this.
Yeah, that was very, very impressive. Like, what a showcase. And like Joe and Socrates on stream as well, like going really hard, harder than I thought. Like Joe came into this morning saying, I will be the first to say that I don't understand the speed game. And are you sure about that, Joe?
He's doing USFs jumping over holes and engine layers. What is he on about? My man was insane.
I think he likes his racing games traditional and difficult.
What, like... well, this isn't difficult. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. No, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. Do you have any? Do either of you have any words in English and the sounds and verbal noises? All right. Do either of you have any closing thoughts on this race?
Alpha, you can go first, man.
This was phenomenal. Everybody did a really good job. Congratulations, you've made it to the end. I'll have some other words later.
I just want to say thank you to CTR community for making this possible. Thank you guys for having me. And yeah, if you want to learn more about CTR, then there's tons of resources around the tutorial, as I've mentioned countless times, up on YouTube. There's tons of guides and stuff on speedrun, speedrun.com/CTR. You can go there. Tons of stuff. So yeah, as I said, very, open, easy to pick up kind of game. So yeah, feel free to check it out. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and thank you for being on board. Your commentary was great. Listening to you pop off over Socrates and Joe's like strats, because like we came in not knowing what people would be attempting, and you popping off was so wholesome. It was great.
I just wasn't ready
really
for that.
Feel that passion.
I just wasn't ready for it. I was like, yeah, it's insane. I was not ready. Yeah.
But yeah, like thank you again, and the CTR community coming in strong with the support through the demonstration race, the tutorial, and this race as well. Now that said, we do have our final game reveal coming up, and there are words to be said about that. I do have some announcements to make. So Alpha, do you want to say your words, or do you want me to make the announcements?
Before we roll the video is when I'm going to do the words. So I suggest you make the announcements.
All right. So let's do these announcements, and we'll take a quick break while we get ready to reveal Game 7. As usual, SGDQ 2021 online prize submissions are currently open. Go to gamesdonequick.com if you want to find out more about submitting prizes for the event, or if you want to take a look at the schedule for the event. There's a stacked schedule for this year's SGDQ. I'm a part of it. I'm excited. I will say that. I'm very proud of that. And there's also some, there's like Crash 4, all sorts of other awesome runs that are going to be at SGDQ. And as usual, if you're interested in supporting our show, just a reminder that your subs, gift subs, Amazon Prime subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support our weekly hotfix content. That includes Speed Seasons 3, that includes the Community Spotlight, or my other show, Never Before Seen, or Super Boss Brothers, or Tina's RPG show, I guess, which was yesterday. And there's a show for just about anyone who likes watching speedruns. If you like RPGs, watch Tina's show. If you like seeing people in a similar vein, kind of like approaching a game for the first time as a speedrun with like very few strats or like very little to no learning, The First Step by Keyzeron and J-Hobbs, awesome show. Support those things. Even just show up and watch, and we really appreciate that. And so that said, we are going to cut to a quick break. Get up, walk around, hydrate, take care of yourselves, maybe enjoy the music, and we'll be right back with the reveal of Game 7, which is our final game of this competition before we go into our Super Serial Tournament Top 8. So stay tuned. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the 6th episode of Speed Seasons 3. My name is Amber Cypern. I am your host. I'm joined by Alpha 5, who's been the organizer of this entire season of awesome competition. And it is finally time to reveal our 7th and final game in this league of mystery, fun, great times. I promise I'm not trying to bait you whatsoever.
It's going to be a good time. So I guess I have some words to say before this. A huge amount of the theming I'd gone for every game, and I say it every race, is all of these games have one thing in common, is that there are a lot of tricks that you can elect to do or elect to skip. They might save 5 seconds. Nothing is, with, some exception, incredibly mandatory to learn. It's just whatever you're comfortable with doing. And this game embodies that to the absolute extreme degree possible. I don't think anybody who I've ever seen play this game has had any part in particular that, everybody is like, well, I feel comfortable with this part, but not comfortable with this part. Everyone who has played this game I've ever seen always has something that they like to avoid and something they like to pick. And when you got 2 weeks to learn it, comfort is king. And the only other thing I had to say was, and again, we were talking about it earlier with CTR, it was a racing game, and I mentioned that this one didn't have copious amounts of product placement in it as a downside. So I had to pick another game that you could at least earn some wings. Rail couldn't roll the video. So
the first chat message I see is impossible game.
Yeah, that's Macan. You're not wrong. This game is very difficult, but there's a million ways you can do it, and practice does make perfect. I wanted to, make it real spicy, because we had Kirby's Dream Course last time, and that was the greatest and worst game you could ever put in a speedrunning tournament like this ever. It was just perfect for so many reasons. And, I had been randomly making people play this game to make sure it was viable because both Boney and Darkman suggested it to me, and all of them had the ability to stop me. They just had to say no once, and nobody did. So we have Pilot Wings. And I guess the other goal of this was just to con Darkman into playing any percent, as Darkman is our runner. Darkman, how you doing?
Well, it would be better if I wasn't playing this game.
We totally didn't have you on the show earlier in the season to totally foreshadow this.
Yeah, that's it. Also, for the record, I never suggested the game, but Alpha's right, and I never said no.
His mind was telling him no, but his heart was telling him yes, and then
Actually,
let's do it was the next
yes.
statement.
That is absolutely 100% true.
I just need to give some context. I'm looking at the Speed Seasons Discord reaction right now. First and foremost, someone already knew it was a Boney game. We'll talk about that in just a moment, but someone also said, oh, they made a sequel to Top Gun. Left.
Okay, this is better than Top Gun. I can say at least you can land a plane in this game.
Yes, I have played Top Gun. You can actually land something in this video game.
And they did make a sequel to Top Gun, also easier to land in than the first Top Gun game.
But, yeah. There is a roll that says blame this person, and it points at Boney.
True.
Oh, whose idea was this?
Boney.
Yeah, Boney.
Boney.
Oh, well, y'all know who to blame.
Yep.
I have the chat logs. You can't refute it.
But Darkman is also just as guilty for not saying no.
Every single one of us is guilty. I could have just called an audible and replaced it with like Princess Remedy after playing this game last weekend, but it was too good. I couldn't do it. Oh boy.
The two of you hyped this game up to me, like, when I was just like, yeah, I'll host Speed Seasons, why not? And y'all were telling me the games list, and you got to Pilot Wings, and Darkman goes to me and says, Amber, I want you to try playing this game, and like, don't try to finish it. Just try playing it, and you'll understand. So, like, some weeks later, I was just like, all right, fine, whatever, I'll try playing Pilot Wings. I got about 15 minutes in before I was just like, why am I doing this? I understand now. I'm done. So I will give huge shout outs to the runners who are about to attempt this, including Darkman.
Thanks.
Who has done this before. But no, seriously, I am hopeful that Darkman is able to shed some light on how to actually play the video game.
I'll shed some light.
This game is great.
Not all light. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess shall we get this thing started for my sake?
Yeah, just so you can get out of here.
So our estimate is until Darkman loses his sanity, right? We'll be here for the next only 5 minutes, right?
Probably.
I like how the estimate just doesn't fit on the screen. Darkman holds Sanit.
Yeah.
Sanit.
All right.
Oh.
Well, without further ado, shall I begin?
Yeah, I think so. Feel free to count us down.
All right, well, let's do this then.
10 hours.
All right, we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, well, welcome to Pilot Wings, everybody. So the entire goal of this run is to never see the plane. Whether that's going to happen or not, we'll see. But yeah, so for those who've never played this game before, it's basically like a flight sim-ish type of game. It has various sort of like, what's what I'm looking for? Like, I guess like disciplines that you can do. Right now we're doing skydiving, as you can see. So the goal is you have to like get certain amount of points in order to progress. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, good. First reset.
Great start.
So yeah, the goal is to never fly the plane, and to do that, if you don't do things in a certain way, so you have what's called, so you have your regular objectives, right? Like you're supposed to get a certain amount of points. You can get up to 100 points per discipline. However, certain disciplines have hidden objectives. These are called bonus games. When you hit the bonus, so as you can see, it's that moving little platform for this particular thing. So if you hit that discipline, or if you hit that thing, you will end up going to the bonus round. And with the bonus round, will I get this? Maybe? Okay, good. So with the bonus round, you get the automatic 100 points, and then you get extra points depending on what the bonus thing is. So for skydiving, it can be random. So in this case, it's always gonna be this little penguin going to the pool, but what is in the pool is different from objective to objective. So this is the hardest one because you see that 50 there? I need to hit that 50 because if I hit anything else, I do not have enough points to pass this first level. So therefore I have to do the plane. So it's that's like the hardest one for sure. But yeah. And as you can see, I did reset there. So resetting is faster than just kind of like playing out that little cutscene. So that's why we do those resets. Yeah, so there's a few different disciples. So yeah, we go from like trainer to trainer essentially. So we were with Tony earlier and now we are with Shirley. Yeah, where the heck is my ring? Hello? Did I just like miss a ring? Hold on. Oh, it's right here. I'm just like totally discombobulated, don't mind me. Yeah, so now we're at Shirley. So now there's 3 things instead of 1, or excuse me, instead of 2. So now we have a rocket belt, as you can see. And well, we could land in the middle, but that's not cool. We're gonna land on this moving little platform instead, because you know, bonus, it's always cool. This is probably like one of the easiest bonuses to get, and I'm gonna say that as I'm probably gonna land in the water, because you know, pilot wings. Yep, I was gonna land in the water. It's okay, no problem. Let's redo. There we go, that's better. Okay, yeah, so you can control your rocket belt pretty well. So it kind of allows you to kind of like stall to get to the moving platform there. Okay, so now we're in the bonus. So yeah, so different disciplines have different bonuses. It just kind of depends on what you're playing. So rocket belt, you have this little flying dude. It's like has wings and stuff. He's cool. So yeah, you can get, I think, up to 60 points depending on the bonus. Some bonuses you just can't simply get that many points. But this bonus you can get, what, like 60? Yeah, I think you can get 60 in this one, but we don't need 60. We're just gonna get this 15 here because we can't get that 30, and that's fine. So we need to get 220 points in this level. So with this 145, we only need 75. I can math, I promise. So now we're gonna do the skydiving. So the interesting thing about this game is like, well, there's like 2 really interesting things about this game. One is that when you're speedrunning this game, your playthrough is never the same because, you know, the nature of the game, right? It's like, it's extremely precise. And when you do one thing differently, it kind of like changes the kind of like the narrative, I guess, of like how you approach the rest of the I guess, like discipline. So like, you know, like when you decide to kind of like open your parachute, when you decide to like, you know, like what speed you are, how the wind is doing, like being off by just a little bit changes like everything. So you kind of have to, you can't just have like a set amount of like you can't have set controls, right? You have to kind of like adapt to the circumstances within like each sort of like run. So it's interesting in that respects, but that's also what makes it really difficult. So speaking of difficult, we're up to probably like the biggest choke for me in this run, which is the hang glider. So the hang glider, as many people who have played this game remember, is quite the thing. I think a lot of people probably struggle with the hang glider the most when they first play this game. It's very difficult to, I guess, get the hang of kind of controlling because, like, as you can tell, obviously, I can't like control the, like, I can't control, you know, going up or down or whatever, right? Like, it's a hang glider. You're always going down. And on top of that, you're like, I don't know, it's like, it's super hard to control compared to like skydiving. So yeah, so we have to go for the bonus in hang glider to make things even more difficult, because why not? So that's normally the objective, that gray objective you see there, but Nah, we don't need the objective. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and get the secret objective instead. How about that? This might be sketchy. Let's see. Almost. That's cool. Oh yeah, by the way, Amber and Alpha, you can talk.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, I can't do skydiving. I do hang gliding real well. Like, I landed every bonus while playing this, and it was so easy, but skydiving, impossible.
Yeah. Ironically, I actually find at the later levels hang glider to be easier to control than the rocket belt in terms of getting bonus, simply because the wind is very, very difficult to navigate when you're standing still, you know, essentially.
Yeah.
So this level right here, level 3 and level 7, will be the biggest choke points of the run for me because I suck. So just like keep that in mind. If you see me like dying like six times, that's probably gonna happen. So yeah, just bear with me.
It's okay. I was quiet because Railcoon and I were going back and forth on the estimate for a while before finally settling on 50 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's generous.
But I was like, Railcoon's like, I think they said 45 when we asked, and I was like, I'm doing 50 just in case because
40...
I don't know who's right.
45 is when everything goes really well. Like, this is not going well, by the way.
Oh.
All right, so I feel justified in 50 minutes.
Yeah, this game, absolutely, as you just continue to play it, you just get better feels for how a lot of the stuff wants to control. It will be completely impossible, like, as you start it. It's insane, and then it's just... It gets easier. Doesn't mean it's easy, but it feels better.
Yeah. The good thing is like, hang glider actually gets easier, believe it or not, in the future levels. But 3 and 7 in particular, they're really rough, simply because the bonus is a lot harder to hit than in the other levels. You'll see in the next level, hopefully if I get to it in the next hour, that the hang glider bonus is a lot easier to hit than this one. So
bonus and hang glider 4 is so easy.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll give it a few attempts. If it doesn't work out, I'll just kind of play safe and show you the plane.
Yeah, if people thought Pilot Wings was about planes because of Smash Bros, they were horribly mistaken.
Yep. Add 1 minute for every death, basically. You're absolutely right. I lose like a minute each time I die, something like that. It's like really bad. All right, let's see here. This looks okay. Yeah, that should be good. Oh my god. I can't believe that wasn't good. I'm mad. I needed to hit like one more flare there and I probably would have been fine. The tough thing is like with the hang glider, you really have to commit to like what you're doing. If you don't commit, you're just gonna die. Like you're like 99% if you don't commit, you're gonna overshoot your goal. Especially with like a small target like that, so. But yeah, this game is very, very different for its time. This was, I think, a launch title, if I'm not mistaken, for the SNES.
That sounds right.
Yeah, if not a launch title, it was like super early. And yeah, this is a Nintendo-made game, if you're not aware.
This is the good old Mode 7 demonstration.
Yep. Yeah, so there's different objectives, as you can tell, from level to level, from discipline to discipline. So for hang glider, usually it's either altitude based or it's like ring based. In this level, it's altitude based. So we have to make sure we hit the objective. If we don't hit the objective, then we just can't progress. Doesn't matter how good you are at landing the hang glider. Nope.
Oh.
All right, we'll give it. This is my last attempt, and then we'll move on. You know what the funny thing is like, I'm doing I guess a better strat than my PB. Because I'm doing a better strat, even though I've like died like 4 times already, I'm still like 30 seconds behind my PB right now because the old strat like is like a minute slower at least. So it's a little bit harder to do it this way, but it's like, because you can do it so many times, it's like worth it for me at least. And yeah, like doing the light plane, especially in 3 and 7, are just like super slow. So
yeah,
3, 4, 7, and 8 light planes are just abysmally slow.
Well,
so you really don't want to do them if you don't have to.
I will say for 4 and 8, if you just need some more between 40 points, light plane is not that bad because you can get 40 points and immediately crash into the ocean.
It's my favorite pastime. hopefully I get to show you a funny strat. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. This is good. This is good. Get me out of here.
Whew. Great landing.
Great landing. All right, so now we have to mash, by the way. I hate this bonus. Like, on top of the hang glider bonus, I have to mash, which is like...
I can't
I'm not good at mashing. It's so bad. It's like, it's not just like, oh yeah, maybe like baby mash, or no, you have to seriously mash in this game. Like, the max you can get in the hang glider bonus is 50. I like almost never get the 50 because like mashing like in this like objective is like absolutely impossible. Like I will take 45 and be like super happy.
He still cozily beat my record, which is like 30, and I tried as hard as I could.
Yeah, you just have to like super mash. All right, so we need 75. So should be pretty doable. But yeah, one of the key things really to this run is knowing your point totals and knowing what you need and knowing like kind of like what you can get away with and what you can't. So again, like it's not really a set run where you do this, it doesn't work, or you know, you do this and it works. It's more like, okay, I did this, can I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Like you have like so many decisions. It's almost, honestly, it's like almost like playing a randomizer in a sense. Because you're never going to do the same thing each time. So you kind of have to like adapt to what is going on in the moment. And it's like, especially like, you know, difficult because you're like literally like on the, like, it's like immediately like I have to make a decision. It's not like, oh, like I have a couple minutes to think about what I want to do. No, it's like you have to adapt to what is happening like in front of you. So yeah, very, very difficult. I don't even know why I'm putting so much effort into this. Okay. I don't need to. So yeah, like so I need 75 points there. I can be in like any of those rings and I'll be fine. Also look at Lance's face. It's cool. All right, so now we can move on to my favorite guy, Big Al. I love Big Al.
Big Al's great.
Big Al's great. Okay, so yeah. So hang glider in 4 is a lot easier, I think, than 3. So you can see the big gray thing, that's our normal objective, but you see that yellow thing in the background, the little 4 yellow tile thing? That's the bonus, which is really cool because if you straight shoot it, you have so much more room to land compared to number 3. So yeah, I think it's a lot easier to land the hang glider here as opposed to number 3.
I think that it gives you that bridge to line up against too, lets you know if you're straight, which is incredibly difficult in this game.
Yes. One thing we haven't mentioned that is a factor basically starting in number 3 and also in number 4 as well is wind. You do have wind elements to this game, and hopefully I'm high enough for this. Yeah, I should be high enough. Yeah, wind is can be quite difficult to navigate. Oh my god, am I actually not high enough for this? Oh, I'm not actually high enough for this. Okay, we're audibling. Yeah, wind can be like super difficult because like it'll like push you like really, really far. And you have to like kind of adapt to like how much it's pushing you, like really ahead of time before you like want to land or whatever it may be you want to do. Yeah, so all right, let's see if I can actually not mess up this ring. That'd be great. Great, here we go. All right. So, yeah, so we get our 2 rings and now we can go ahead and do our bonus. Again, you have to make sure you do the objective before you do the bonus. If you don't do the objective, you just pretty much just failing. Even if you land that bonus, like it does not matter. They don't care. So yeah, so let's see here. This is not the greatest, but we can probably make this work. So you can see the wind is like kind of pushing me here, so I have to kind of like play against it. This should be fine. Maybe it's okay? Okay, we're okay. Okay, cool. All right. And now we're mashing again. So the interesting thing about 4 and 8 is if you're really good at this game, which I'm not, you have the opportunity to do just 2 disciplines because you can get 2 bonuses, get 150 in each, and that will give you enough. So in 4, you only need 300 points to pass, so you just need 150 on each. In 8, you need 320 points, so if you can get 160 in both of your bonuses, that will be enough. I can't stress how impossible getting 160 on both of them is, but on top of it, also getting 2 bonuses in a row, that's also really difficult, so. All right, so we got our hang glider bonus. Now we're gonna go ahead and do skydiving. I usually save rocket belt last if I'm not doing the rocket belt bonus, simply because I think I have the most control over it in terms of points. So I'd rather do like the harder ones so I know how many points I need. Here. All right, we're good. We got all the rings. Excellent. Getting all the rings is can be super difficult at times. So you don't want to turn the parachute on immediately because you kind of want to go super low before you turn it on. So that way you spend less time in the air. It's good enough. It might be 100. Let's find out. What do you say, Big Al? Oh, it's a 90. Rip. I want to at least show 100 face. So the traders give you different faces, depending on what your score is, and the 100-point scores are pretty good.
Big L's is the best 100-point score.
Big L's is pretty good. I'm trying to wonder which was my favorite. I like Shirley's because of the eyes.
You did get Shirley's earlier, so that was good.
It's true. But yeah, so we only need 70 points. So essentially what it comes down to is don't be slow and don't crash the hang glider and we should be fine. All right, so we get this last ring and then we're moving on to landing here. So you can see when I press L and R, I switch my viewpoint, which is super useful for landing. The rocket belt, you can get a better telling of where you are. I'm making a good mess of this, but that's fine. There we go. That should be 100. So now we can see Big Al. Look at it. It's beautiful. All right. So now we're passing. Okay, normally I would reset here and it saves a ton of time for resetting. However, it's very important everybody sees the lore, okay? The lore is very important. Okay, so all of a sudden, we had this super huge story. Look at this. This is intense, okay? This is some serious lore. There's an evil syndicate in this game. Who knew? Oh yeah, of course we have to advance it. I'm the only flight club. Also, I like how between R and the, there's 4 spaces there. I don't understand why, but that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
okay,
you should say
now
no.
my favorite part. Now my favorite part. They're asking me if I'll do it. No. So I'm gonna call a coward. That's okay. I'm gonna say no again. This is my favorite one. Big Al is only licensed for motorcycles.
Why is he training you how to fly then?
Great question. Okay, this is the last one. Now he's calling me a chicken. Oh, good. All right, that's the last one. So now we can actually go. All right, here we go. Okay, so now we don't need to hear this. Okay, so now we have a helicopter, and yeah, we have to rescue our trainers. So, if it wasn't for just controlling planes and skydiving and whatnot, we can also shoot things. Yeah, look at that. So yeah, our objective is to land in a certain area. However, there are turrets, I guess, for lack of a better word, that are guarding our objective. So we have to make sure we kill those turrets. Also avoid the bullets that come from the turrets, otherwise we're dead. One hit, as you can imagine, to your helicopter, and yeah, GG. So it is a very unforgiving mission because of that. Especially because the mission usually takes a few minutes to do. So, you're 2 minutes, 3 minutes in, and then you make the mistake. Well, time to start over. So, the helicopter can be very unforgiving. So the bullets, as you can probably tell, are homing. So you kind of have to maneuver, I guess, for lack of a better term, in a good way. Let the bullets kind of aim at you. Also, they're hidden turrets, by the way. avoid these here. Avoid that. Avoid that. Avoid that. Don't get hit. Okay. One hidden turret down. Oh, that was spicy. Okay. Yeah, so it's like, it's tricky. Whoa. Careful. Don't hit me. So it's tricky because like you have to like aim at them, right? But like at the same time, you can't like be on top of them. All right, so yeah, that's like the strategy that I use. Is kind of like bait them in another direction and then shoot. Also, the really cool thing about the turrets is they don't hit you if they can't see you. So you can very much use that to your advantage. Okay, so I've killed basically everything I need to kill, so I'm going to creatively use the game mechanics in my favor. So you saw there's a little turret like behind the helipad. If I never see it, it won't shoot at me. So all I simply have to do is while I'm like kind of like getting into position, just don't put it in my you know, view. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, I hope you enjoy hearing rate of descent great. You're gonna hear that a lot. You're also gonna hear watch altitude a lot. Yep. This landing the helicopter can be kind of tricky. Also, don't want to go too far because, you know. Oh, wrong button. Okay, cool. All right, landed the helicopter.
I will say when I played this the first time, I didn't know you could kill the invisible turrets because I guess I missed them a lot. So I flew to the end low enough to the ground. There aren't enough turrets in this first one. You can dodge them all, I'm pretty sure.
That's actually the speed strat. I'm not good enough to do that. But the speed strat is to very much just bulldoze your way through everything.
It was neat. I tried it the second. I tried it again. It's hard because if they see you, you die.
Yep. All right, so now it's nighttime. So we're gonna repeat our 4 trainers again. However, 5 through 8 are more difficult. So they have the same disciplines. They're more difficult, the wind is more severe, and you require more points. And the objectives also are tougher to hit. So you can see like the skydiving here, like in 1, the target was like super huge, but in 5, the target's like really small and you have to deal with the wind too. So this skydiving can be kind of tricky. So hopefully I get it right. We'll see. Kind of looks okay. I think this is okay. Nope. Unfortunate. All right.
I appreciate that continual like edging into self-doubt. It's like, I think this looks okay. I mean, this kind of looks okay. Maybe this is okay. Nope.
That's pretty much this game. I think I'm okay. No, I'm not okay. Yeah, so I'm kind of like lining my head up with this like corner of the water, for lack of a better term. I also use the altitude like measure as kind of like a judge for when I want to open my chute. Nope. Totally messed that up. Actually, that was interesting. I think I was too far behind, and that's why my strat didn't work there. But I probably need to go a little bit forward, and that should help me out here. So that's the thing, right? Is like, it seems like I'm doing the same thing every time, but no, like, they're very, like, those 2 failures were completely different from each other. Even though, like, I thought I was doing the right thing. So it's very hard to kind of, like, adjust in the moment and, like, feel like you have an idea of like what you're doing is right. This is not good. Okay, it worked. What? That didn't work.
What?
I will say that when I played this level robbed me more than everything. I landed on the 70 and he gave me 20 points because he's a corrupt judge.
All right. Yeah, this skydiving one for some reason like really trips me up. I don't know why, but it just does.
It's a little bright, maybe.
I mean, the amount of snow here doesn't help, definitely. But yeah, that could happen. You can basically just like slide off the platform. All right, let's see what I got here. This is really not good. Great landing.
What? Oh, right, yeah. Right, it gives you great landing, and then your accuracy is 5 points. I forgot you can do something other than crash and land on bonuses in this game.
Yeah. Sure can. Yeah, so if I like keep that landing, I could probably get like 40 points or something like that. Actually, not even 40 points, probably like 20. So, and the plane does not have any, and in addition to the plane being super slow, it doesn't have any bonus too. So you're hard capped at 100. And if you actually get 100 on a plane that isn't like the first level, you're really good at this video game. This should be okay. Yeah. Cool. All right, let's see what bonus we got to get. Oh, it's this one again. All right, got to hit the middle. It's certainly not easy to hit this middle here. Like, the target is super small. You can't even see the target because you have to, like, aim appropriately. All right, cool. Yeah, so if I miss the 50, I got 5, and then I have to fly the plane. Yeah, so for those wondering, like, how the actual scoring works when I'm not doing, like, you know, bonus, it's... like, there's like oh yeah, I'm doing rocket bell here. There's like different circles, as you can see, like different rings, and depending on what ring I hit determines my score. And if I don't land in the like if I land like outside of the like any of the targets, depending on what discipline you're playing, it's actually not terrible. So like for hang gliding, for instance, if you just simply do the objective, get the speed bonus, and like land the thing anywhere, you get 60 points, which is like honestly not bad at all. So you know, it's not too bad depending on it, but some are like really bad. Like the plane is really bad, rocket belt is pretty bad, but like if you do it with rocket belt, like what are you doing? So yeah, so here we go. So yeah, this platform is huge, but I also have to factor in wind. This is not good, so we'll turn around. Yeah, so I have to factor in wind here. I think this should be okay. Nope. All right, turn it around. Yeah, this is why like I'm not very good with rocket belt, so like I tend not to do it. Okay. Oh,
that was scary.
You almost ruined yourself there. Oh my goodness.
I scared myself.
You land, it's like great landing. Nope, I'm out. I'm not actually landing. We're done.
Okay, this one I think is the left one. Let's see. So which one it is depends on which bonus level you get. Nope. All right, so we're gonna hit right here, I believe. Okay, and we're hitting middle? No, right. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, we're gonna hit that. Okay, because of the point situation, I'm gonna play it safe, get this right here, and that should enable me to get the middle objective. Hopefully. Yeah, we should be good. Okay, cool. All right, so that should give me a 155, which is really key in this one. Because you need 240, and with skydiving here, when I'm not doing bonus, like, that could be rough, so we'll see. It's very possible you'll see the plane in this one, because I might just mess up skydiving. We'll see.
I really liked the was it luck or was it skill dialogue box.
I'm gonna go
it's
with
like, yeah, I was gonna say, I can't really tell, but my money's on luck.
I would recommend listening.
Bad. Okay, that's fine. We can probably recover, question mark? Actually, yes, we can recover. Okay. In theory, we're okay. Whoops. Almost grabbed. Okay. No! Oh, well, that sucks. You're gonna see the plane. So if I don't get a great landing there, I don't get the speed bonus. And because I didn't get the speed bonus, I'm 6 points short. So you get to see the plane. All right, I don't remember the exact, that's fine. I think I just need to get 3 rings in, I should be fine. Actually, no, one ring. Yeah, we need 1 ring. We'll get 2 rings to be safe. So yeah, so as Alpha alluded to earlier, if you're just like a few points short, you can just get a couple of rings, crash the plane, and you're good. I don't have to worry about actually landing it. Okay, we're just gonna play it safe, do this. See ya. Professional pilot wings player here, by the way.
It's only a plane. How much could they cost?
It seemed to be just a little difficult.
All right, so now we are in 7, and okay, here's how 7's gonna go. It's either gonna go really well, or I'm just gonna like pretend I finished 7. So that's what's gonna happen. Oh boy. So yeah, so the wind is very significant in 7 now, and yeah, that makes landing it very difficult. So I'm doing a slightly less risky strat in 7 at the cost of time. Because the wind, from what I can tell, and I mean, I might be off base on this, but like from what I can tell, if you're trying to land the hang glider in like east to west wind rather than north to south wind, like relatively to where you are, it kind of helps a lot because you lose a little bit of speed compared to like north-south wind. Well, if it was like, if the wind was behind you or the wind was in front of you, that'd be great because like that would at least slow you down. But if you're like side-to-side wind, I think that helps a lot in terms of speed, which you really want to reduce your speed. Like keeping your speed slow enough so you can land on the bonus is like the most challenging thing about hang glider. So. Also challenging about this one is like making sure you're at the right altitude to hit the bonus or to hit the objective. So you need to be at 700. And it's really tight, so we did it properly. But it's not, it's, the tricky thing is like, if you don't hit the 700 altitude in the second little air pocket thingy, there's a pretty good chance that you're never gonna hit it. So you're just better off resetting. Like, it's very difficult to gain altitude with the hang glider. So you wanna hit in the first two. If you don't hit in the first two, just reset, it's not worth it. So. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of ocean here, but don't worry, I'm just lining things up. I'm a professional, I think. Maybe. Also, I apologize. If the world record holder happens to be watching, I sincerely apologize for my gameplay.
You don't need to apologize. You are brave for not saying no to being the Pilot Wings expert. And you deserve like some sort of like commendation for that.
All right, so we're lined up okay, but the question is whether my speed is okay. I think it's okay. Nope. I was just a little short. No problem. Yeah, so that's the downside to failing the hang glider is you lose a lot of time if you fail the hang glider, so that is what it is. So what was your strategy for 7 Alpha?
Oh, for 7, this one I didn't get the bonus on. I fell into a bonus. I fell into a different bonus.
Wait, what?
not for hang glider. I did a different. I think I did the rocket belt one or something.
Yeah, yeah, that's the only other one you could have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rocket belt is just so hard for me. I don't know why. Like, controlling against the wind is just like, I don't know. Can't do it.
It's, for whatever reason, the back end of these trainers, I spent like 30 minutes on trainer 5 and first tried the rest of them, except for Big Al, where I failed the first hang glider 4 times in a row, which meant that it took like 20 minutes because hang glider is really slow for that one.
Yeah. All right, so can I hit this goal here? So you want to be, I think, if you're like 360 feet heading into this or higher, you should be fine. Might be even a little bit lower, like maybe 350 would be okay. But yeah.
It's 350. I know that from painful recent experience of watching that go up to 699 and being very upset.
All right, so the flare here kind of, it's difficult to describe what the flare does. It like, oh, whoa, am I really misaligned here? I think I'm really misaligned here. Yes, I am very misaligned here. All right, hold on. Oh, uh-oh. Hey, I hit 700. All right, we can realign this. It's not a problem. It's just gonna take a while. Please hold.
I'm enjoying chat pointing out all of the sound asset recycling that this game uses, because it's a lot.
All right, let's see. Okay. Okay. I think we should be okay here. Yeah, cool. Alright. Oh hey, the altitude thing is gone. Unfortunate. Alright. Now it's a question of getting the right app. So I'm really, really high in the air, which kind of sucks because it's very hard to judge, but we'll try our best here. So as you can see, the wind is like super pushing me, so I have to be like super careful. Oh shit, my bad. I want to do that, and all right. Let's do it one more time. If it doesn't work, I can just do the plane because it's like really long to keep doing this. There we go. Okay. Whew. All right. So, how's everybody's day doing? You know, going well? Everybody doing fine?
I'm having a great time over
Yeah.
here.
I'm glad.
Because I'm not the one playing the video game.
That you aren't. All right. Okay. Fine here. And you can see like the micro sort of movements that you're doing like throughout, like regardless of what discipline it is, it's like you tap it in like one direction, like just like very much like I tap the left and the right buttons like whenever I'm doing hang glider. That's like a very common thing throughout the run, just simply because it just requires so much precision in order to do this correctly. Okay, try this again. Give me cool. All right. Whoa. Didn't expect that. All right. Let's go a little bit lower here. All right. Don't want to go too low. So, okay. Should line up like this. Actually, kind of high again. Yeah, so you can see I'm like definitely going like a little bit slower here because of the wind, which is great for actually landing. No. Dang.
Oh, that was pixels.
Yeah, that's just like, you're just off by just a little bit. All right, let's do the plane. I haven't played the plane in this in like forever. I should be able to do hang glider and get enough points that I need, but we'll see. What's the wind? Oh, it's that direction. Okay. I haven't seriously played the plane in quite a while, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is why you don't do the plane. This is why it's just so slow. I mean, getting the rings here is not too bad, but it's just super slow, and on top of that, it's quite difficult because of wind to get like an accurate and good score on the plane. So this is why we do not want to do it. Like, it's like, even if like you fail a few times, it's like still worth it to just not do the plane and just like keep trying to get that bonus. Not only for your sanity, but also just because, yeah, it's like simply faster. Watch my altitude. Okay, so yeah, so basically the whole entire purpose of these rings is to get you to do a 180, so that way you land back where you started. And of course the wind is different now because, you know, you're turning, so to kind of factor that in. Okay, it's turning me to the right. We're gonna lower my speed a little bit here. Lower it even more. This is like pretty much the lowest speed I can go. I can go to like 78 or so. before like you just lose all control. Okay, we landed it. That's what matters.
And you're drifting.
That'll probably be like a 75-ish, maybe a little bit more. We'll see. 88. Okay, that's actually a lot better than I was expecting. Alright, we'll do hang glider first. As long as we hit... Let's see. Okay, we need to hit more than 60. It's unfortunate, but we can probably do it.
I'm gonna say if you go for the rocket bell bonus, in theory, you only need 2 points here.
I was messing around with it earlier today, and I ran out of fuel, so...
Oh, jeez. It gets so small on everything that isn't 2 and 6 that it's just so hard.
Yeah, exactly. Like 2 and 6, it's like free, so just go for it. But like, yeah, 3, 4, 7, 8, it's just so difficult. And imagine doing that for skydiving. the world record does skydiving in 4 and 8, just for the record.
What?
Yup.
I know you told me that dude was crazier than anything you'd ever seen before, but I didn't believe how crazy that was.
It's good. Like, I would recommend, if you enjoy like watching like a quote-unquote speedrun of this game that I'm doing right now, like I would highly recommend you watch the world record of this run. It is incredible, suffice to say, especially if you've played this game. Just like having that knowledge of like how it plays, and to see the world record holder do what they do is like really impressive. It is super impressive, so I would definitely recommend watching it.
Someone wanted to say, imagine it sitting in a plane and it just goes up and down like this before landing, and my main response is, I am terrified to be in a plane with you at the wheel with this display.
Excuse me? You've little faith.
I mean, you have little faith in yourself. Yeah,
but you have to have faith in me as a, substitute for me not having faith in myself.
I mean, I have faith in this attempt right now.
Okay.
Let's go. Like, yeah, great landing. There we go.
No, this should be like an 80, I think. Oh, it's a 90. Okay.
Ooh.
Fancy.
He just looked like so distraught when he said, "Oh, that's just great."
He doesn't believe you can do well.
Have you been seeing how I've been doing lately? I don't think he expects me to do anything, so. Okay, yeah, so welcome to Rocket Belt. Also, welcome to the level where you hear watch your altitude for like a minute.
Okay. I remember losing 2 points on this level because I found out you can lose 2 points if you touch the ground.
Oh yes, very much so. Yeah. Also, make sure you don't touch the ground here, because Also, I am doing this really poorly. Okay. Yeah, so you have to kind of like be careful of the wind here. The wind can really like drift you. So. And yeah, like you have to be super careful. Make sure you have to like keep really low, but at the same time you have to like, not go in the water. So. If you land on the ground and lose 2 points, generally it's whatever. Generally 2 points is not going to be the end of the world, but yeah. What am I doing? Hello? Okay. All right. Don't mess this up. Oh, really? Okay. No problem. I forgot how many points I need, but it's fine. Let's see, 88, 90, 178, 240. I need 72. Or 62. Basically, just don't mess up and we're fine. Good enough. All right, let's move on. Let's get out of here.
We're free.
I didn't get to see Lance's. I didn't get to show off Lance's 100-point pace. Rip. All right, now we're on to 8. Hopefully, we can return to bonus pilo wings and not see the plane again. Hopefully.
At least this is a fast plane. For 40 points.
It's true. But what if I need more than 40 points?
Oh, that's... I don't know how you do that.
You land the plane and pray.
No, go ahead. It's so hard. No, it's so hard to land the plane on this.
So fun fact, I used to do a self-made category of no bonus in this game, where, as you can probably tell, you never get the bonus. So that means you always play the plane. And yeah, I would always get like 70 points or so on 8 plane because it's like that difficult. So, all right, let's see here. So, interesting thing about this one is you don't want to actually be too high from the speed, because then you'll just overshoot the ring. It should be fine. Yeah, this is good. All right, and now we have to make sure we post this correctly. Okay. Hopefully it's not too low. Oh, right. It's the opposite way. This is kind of bad. I pray.
Oh! Your reward is
now we match.
destroying
That
your
was...
wrist.
I legitimately have no idea how that worked, but it did.
I've seen you get sunk in the water for less.
See, the thing is like, again, like comes back to the wind factor, right? So the wind is pushing me to the right there rather than straight. So if it's pushing me like, you know, northward, yeah, 100% I'm landing in the water there. But because I have that little kind of advantage of it, like pushing me in another direction, hopefully that's 45. Because yeah, it's like pushing me not straight ahead, then I just get that little tiny extra advantage there in terms of speed.
Big Al is a generous judge.
Big Al's a nice guy. All right, so we're not at the clear here. In order to not fly the plane, at least. I need to make sure that I hit the rings here correctly. If I do, that's gonna put me super in the driver's seat. If I don't, well, we're gonna find out. Nope. Totally messed up things now. Well, all right then, see you. That's the thing about like skydiving rings is like, once one thing goes wrong, like everything goes wrong, so. All right, so I have to be careful with the wind here. Hopefully I get the speed bonus, that would be really nice. Okay, yeah, that should be good. That should be at least an 80. Or yeah, it'd be like 85, I think. 88, cool. All right, so now I need, I think, what, 90-ish? 87, cool. All right, that shouldn't be too difficult on Rocket Belt. And if it doesn't, like, if I don't get that 88, but I, you know, don't crash the Rocket Belt, it'll be fine. Okay, so welcome to the bouncy balls. I really hate them because they can just bounce you into the ground. And then, yeah. Okay, there we go, sweet. Yeah, it's like, it's all about like your velocity and the direction you're going, and the balls will kind of like, you know, take you in that direction for better or for worse. So you just want to make sure you're like not like at a standstill heading into them, and you should be fine. Oh my god, what am I doing? Okay.
I did not know
wind,
that those things could move you. Oh!
Alright, well there's 2 points. 2 points is okay. I need 87, right? Yeah, 2 points is okay. If I do another one though, that kind of sucks. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, so now I can afford to get a 90 here, as long as I don't lose the time bonus, and that should put me safe. Land. Okay. All right, good. That should be 98, so we should be good. Oh, it's not. It's fine. It's 88. I don't understand why that wasn't.
Ooh.
I don't understand how that wasn't.
You did it. You got
Yeah,
just enough points.
All right, so you're gonna see like how much time I save. Yeah, I don't have to do this cutscene anymore, so yeah, it's like a huge time save. So that's why you should definitely do it there. But you know, I had to show everybody the lore, very important. So yeah. Okay, final mission. This is the helicopter mission. Again, it is harder. There's basically more turrets, and they hate me more, so, you know, you gotta be careful here. Oh yeah, St. Joe saying everybody should join in 2 weeks for Misery. I agree. You just play until you don't want to play anymore. That might be 5 minutes, 5 hours. It depends on who you are, you know, so.
I was the 5 minutes gang.
You lasted 15 minutes, Amber, okay? Get it right.
I was the 5-hour gang.
I mean, fair. I did last like 15 minutes before I was just like, wait a minute. This game is rigged right now.
Alright. Let's see if I can do this right. So there's more hidden turrets now. There's just more turrets in general over here. So you just have to be super careful. Alright, got one. That's good.
Some of these turrets are just like, I feel like sometimes they can just decide that you aren't allowed to survive.
Pretty much, yeah. That one gave me a haircut. Alright, let's see here. There you are. Nice. Okay, cool. Got the hidden turrets. Now I gotta get some of the other turrets. Gotta be careful here. Oh god. Okay. That was bad. That was really bad. The game blessed me. That was not a good turn. That's fine. Sometimes they just like don't fire at you. I mean, I'm not complaining personally, but yeah, it's just really, the behavior of the turrets is like really strange to me. Yeah, even though they're like not firing at me right now, I'd rather like play it safe and just shoot them. Don't have to deal with them. Hello? Okay. Oh yeah, there's a hidden turret there, I forgot. Okay. Should be able to land now. Should be fine. Hopefully I don't crash the plane, or the helicopter, that'd be really bad.
You're gonna let people see the credits for this, right?
Sure.
The credits are great.
They're pretty good, I agree. I actually have no idea what happens if your rate of descent is too great with the helicopter. It's never happened to me. So, all right, we did it. The game is over, and my suffering. So the time is not when you finish. This is the last input, but the time is not now. The time is when you get to the golden pilot wing screen. Oops, there's a pause. So should be coming up soon. Rescue successful, by the way. Look at that, Big Al's crying. The golden pilot's
GG.
wings. And time. There it is. That's Pilot Wings. Hope you enjoyed it.
That is. I had a great time.
I had a time.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I eventually had to make the estimate eventually.
Yeah, that's true.
We got there.
These
We
credits,
did eventually get there.
These credits are intense.
like this
Oh
game.
my goodness.
This game is just like, it's super lighthearted, and then you have the military scenes, and then these are the credits, which is just like insane.
This looks like a death march. Which is, does that reflect how you feel when playing it?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, I got an like an update on the estimate. You are exactly 0.01 seconds ahead of estimate. Let's go.
Sweet. Let's go.
Like that is underestimate, and that is a win in my book.
I agree.
But no, seriously, thank you for demonstrating this video game.
It's all memes aside, Pilo Wings is like unironically one of my more favorite games from my childhood. For all its problems and for all the trials and tribulations you go through, it's a very unique game, especially for its time, and it's so much fun to just kind of play through. Because like I said, it's just each run you do, each playthrough you have is like it's just different from playthrough to playthrough. So I really enjoy the replayability of this game.
Yeah, and I actually, like, for what it's worth, it is a pretty game. It is a very early Mode 7 game, but it is a very pretty one, I think.
Yeah.
Like, the skylines and everything are actually super pretty.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but yeah, seriously, like, do y'all have any closing thoughts, knowing that tomorrow on the Community Spotlight, you'll be doing a proper tutorial? Proper, I think, might be in quotations, but it'll definitely be a tutorial.
All right, I want to just show a strat real quick, just because why not? This is my favorite strat. Hold on, so, let's do this one. Okay. This is like what I used to do in the no bonus run, and technically it's a backup strat. So we're gonna use the plane actually for here, because the plane in 1 is like extremely easy, because as you can tell, there's no wind and it literally sets you up for success. So just literally get the green things and you're good. Look at this. Look how easy this is. All right? This is not how the plane normally is.
There's no wind. You already start directly accurate. Like
literally never press left or right. And that's it. All right. So now that we have 100 here, hopefully, I get to show you my favorite strat. And like I said, this is a legitimate strat. I would not be surprised if I see some of the runners do this. Also, look at Tony's face.
What a nerd.
Okay, so we're gonna do skydiving. I'm not gonna tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing, because if I could reveal why I'm doing what I'm doing, but you're just gonna have to roll with me. I'm not gonna explain anything. Alpha knows what's happening.
I had a feeling.
Hold on, bear with me for a second. So Tony's mad. Yes, I did. Because we passed.
What?
Yep. You just do nothing and you win. It's great.
Darkman wins by doing absolutely nothing.
Exactly. That's my favorite strat.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's my closing thought.
You are now a certified face planter.
Yeah, so
Oh
for tomorrow, when we go on the community spotlight and I kind of break things down, it won't be like I guess it'll be more, because of like the random nature of this game, it'll be more kind of just explaining backups, explaining what you need to know, what you need to be aware of, and just kind of like showing you different route possibilities based on like what you think works better for you. So don't expect to be a simple like, oh yeah, make sure you press A at this point or go right 5 times at this point. It's not going to be anything like that. So it's going to be a lot of safe stating and load stating, we'll say that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like knowing your backup seems crucial for this game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would absolutely recommend everybody who is planning on joining this race, because there are a lot of seeding implications and not everybody is locked into playoffs yet. There's still a way for a lot of people to be eliminated. So, yeah. And the seeding implications are huge, because everybody in that 1 through 9 slot is, or 1 through 10 slot is very, very close.
Nice.
But play the game because you want to figure out which one of these things you feel comfortable with.
Yes,
I like
absolutely.
hang glider. Darkman hates hang glider. I can't skydive to save my life.
Absolutely, yeah. It is different from person to person. Like, you can watch this tutorial tomorrow, and that still may give you like 5% of what you need in order to play this game. Like, you just have to play the game. I would say, like, play through the game, play the different obstacles, whatever it may be, get comfortable with it, get familiar with it, and then start kind of like going into it and diving into it.
Yeah, like that seems like the play, honestly, because like I know even for Crash Team Racing, St. Joe, who did extremely well in this race earlier today, he did a 100% playthrough, 101% playthrough of that game before actually like learning the speed tech. So definitely like I'll use your words here, just definitely play the video game. You don't necessarily have to finish it, just try playing it and then watch the tutorial.
Yes,
like, that seems like the right play.
Yes, Roku, we're gonna dive into it. Absolutely.
I can feel Alpha's pain from here.
Yeah.
Like through the computer screen. But no, seriously, if you have not played in any of the races up to this point and you are interested in just joining for the heck of it, it is our last open race. That'll be coming up on June 6th. So if you're interested in diving into Pilot Wings and just kind of hoping you don't fall in some water, join us on June 6th for that. Whether or not you've been in the previous races, the previous races are not a prerequisite for participation. Not at all.
No.
But if you're interested in doing that, tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for the Community Spotlight, where Darkman here is going to be going further in depth on Pilot Wings as an extension of today's show. And if you've ever wanted to learn more about running the game, or again, the race is on June 6th and you want to compete in it, it is sure to be a great time. So you want to make sure you check that out. And Railcoon's a fantastic host. Railcoon is only exceeded in their tech work as they are as a host. They are fantastic, wonderful, and friendly. So,
absolutely.
Definitely join us for that. And otherwise, just come back on June 7th. Or June 6th. I can't dates again. Please. Please. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was in a different month 2 weeks ago. It was great. But no, seriously, come see the results of 2 weeks of learning of the game from our competitors, and just see how things go, I'd say. And then all of June, almost every weekend in June, beyond June 6th is going to be the top 8 of the event. So it's going to be, we're going to cut to an actual like tournament format, not a league format. It'll be, it's going to be stacked. It's going to be a lot of races, and I'm not sure if we'll see Pilot Wings again after the 6th. Who knows?
I really hope so.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with the format, players will be allowed to ban a game, and I've definitely seen the line in the Discord go, 100% ban rate for this game incoming.
Yeah, well, I think it might go through once, depending on who gets it, because there's a lot of other games that maybe you don't want to play against the other person, and somehow Pilot Wings ends up.
It's true.
I picked a lot of games that are very different and very polarizing for somewhat of that reason. We still had one game of Mario and one game of Quake in Season 2. Well, I guess 2 games of Quake, but still.
This is, like, absolutely, without a doubt, the biggest, like, of the 7 games, just the biggest, like, question mark. Like, you just don't know who's going to win. It doesn't matter who has the better PB. It really doesn't.
Yeah. No, and again, like, people were like 100% rate Kirby's Dream Course. That was the best one. I think this will be just as good.
Yeah, so definitely, and also if you want to suggest a game for Season 4, because I know Alpha is going to be looking into doing more of this in due time once Speed Seasons 3 has wrapped up after June. Take a look at speedseasons.com. I've posted the link in chat. There is a form there to suggest games. And also just, you can take a look at the standings, kind of make your predictions, try to call your shots on how the top 8 is going to fall coming June 6th. So that's going to be it for me. Do you two have any closing thoughts beyond crashing your face into the pavement?
Good luck. Also, if you want to reach out to me for any help with Pilot Wings aside from like the short tutorial tomorrow, feel free. I'm available on Discord, so yeah.
Yeah, Darkman's awesome. Can confirm.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Yes.
All right. Without further ado, we're gonna actually take a quick break while we find someone for you to raid. We're gonna send you all over to someone who is also participating in some form of speedrun endeavor. Send your energy and good vibes over to them, and of course, thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate your support. So take it easy, y'all. Have a good rest of your day.
Bye.